was a musical, but it came across as
fuck you.
It came across as,
I'm glad you said that because you almost could have convinced me to fucking watch it.
No, I definitely wanted to make sure that you know that.
Ugh.
But
do you realize like I would have like planned some type of petty vengeance if I would have launched into it and then they started singing, I'd have been like, I'm doing something to like fuck him over.
The bad part is coming, quite literally.
This hurt more than 9/11.
Welcome to the den of debauchery.
Computer.
There we go. We'll just start doing that, bro.
Okay, that'll fucking work. Man, I'm not gonna stop it. So,
full disclosure, I had an edible before this, so
no shit.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes, right?
Remember freshman year when you were like, I don't know if I can hang out with you because you smoke weed every once in a while, and now you're over here fucking munching edibles and doing a racist podcast, man. we've really changed and grown.
But it's only racist because you're on it.
That's true. That's true. I don't know. The other podcast though we run is fucking more racist.
Way more racist.
Way more racist. And it's all Chris's fault too.
Oh, we do have
so much more racist.
You do have 100% more black people on it though.
Yes.
That definitely helps.
Like literally Chris and Halima are the two most racist human beings that I know. And I'm just like, hey guys, like I'm not comfortable. Like listen, I was racist, but you guys are like super racist, and we need like mid-level racist.
Yeah, tone down the racism.
Yeah, man.
I think that's everyone. I think everyone should just tone down the racism.
Everyone just pump the brakes a little bit. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to all of our friends.
Yeah.
We're going to pump the brakes a little bit.
guys,
I'm growing and changing.
I know that it has been just go ahead and be racist. You know, you've done whatever you want your whole life, but
which unfortunately means we're going to have to cut my next episode idea where we just play like, you remember the penis game, but we were just going to do it with the N-word, and we're just going to see who screams it louder into the microphone. So I think we're going to have to cut that now because we're taking a step in the right direction, guys.
you know, you've seen us evolve right on screen, guys. I mean,
listen, look at how much we've grown. Look at how much we've grown.
Yale's got glasses now. That's important.
Look at these. Don't they make me look so? No, I think people react differently on stage because I definitely look way less threatening with these spectacles.
But I'll tell you what.
I think they don't expect some of the shit that I say to come out of my mouth. So I think I might have to go back to my old frames because
I think
looking at it and I was like, oh, this guy's definitely on our side. He definitely thinks the way that we think. And
he looks like a studious young man.
Let me tell you about the first time I said the N-word. They're like, what?
You know those glasses where like it has the nose and the mustache? That's exactly what you look like. It's pretty fucking spot on, actually.
Yeah, I look like Humpty and Whiteface.
All right.
Digital Underground. I look like Digital Underground and Whiteface. That's exactly what I look like.
Not sure. I know.
Digital Underground sing the Humpty dance. Now stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin. Dude, that guy, he wore the glasses and the fake nose and mustache when he was rapping. Fucking
that sounds ridiculous.
Though. You know what? No, dude, that fucking song, the Humpty dance.
Yeah, I get it, but the fact that he's wearing those while he's rapping, just seems ridiculous.
Do the Humpty hump. Yeah, I'll do the Humpty hump.
We have so much that we want to get. I want to talk to you about
Yeah, dude, this is our first podcast in like 3 fucking months, man.
Yeah. First of all, you were supposed to tell me your night. What is it? Last night?
Dude, yeah, no. Last night was Saturday night. No,
Or is it
Friday
Friday?
night.
It was Friday night.
Friday night. So we go do the open mic, and then we have a heckle mic now in juniors, which we just go down in the basement, and you just go up and try to survive for 5 minutes while all the other comics yell at you and talk shit, and you gotta roast. It's so much fun, dude.
Sounds rough.
So much fun.
It's almost like a roast battle, but with an entire crowd.
Yeah, we get back, and my car is parked in front of the spot where I did the first open mic at, and it's taped off with police tape, and there's fucking 15 cop cars, 15 cop SUVs, and it turns out that a dude got shot and murdered in his car. Like 2 cars were driving, 1 car straight up murdered the other guy.
Is it?
No, I don't know. So basically, I know he got shot from the passenger side and then wrecked into the corner and like went up over like
pole or whatever,
like on a wall. And my car was parked like 15 feet away, and it's a homicide. So they won't release the scene. So we're just sitting there like, fuck, like, what do we do?
Yeah, fuck.
It's like 2 a.m. Roughly. And so luckily somebody who's friends with Trish that runs the bar said like, hey, we live right here. You guys can come hang out and wait for them to release the scene. So we're like, all right. And so we hung out for like a couple hours and watched him get like verbally and physically abused by his girlfriend. And then we leave that, and it's going to be a while. So we're like, fuck. So we go to Waffle House, eat there, come back. It's like 5 fucking something in the morning, and we're like, fuck it, we're going to sleep.
Yeah.
So I declined to ride with them in their Uber because that house is way out of the way. I'm like, I'm just gonna hop on this Lime scooter and go down back to my place. It dies halfway. There's no more scooters. I have to walk roughly 2 miles back after the scooter dies. I get back to the place at 7 a.m. Right before I get back there, they call me and said, hey, they're releasing the scene, and they told us we got to move our cars or they're going to get towed. So I shake my girlfriend awake at 7 a.m. I'm like, hey, I need you to get dressed and take me to go get my car. She's like, what the fuck is going on?
That's a reasonable question.
And
I'll tell you what, at that time in the morning,
I'll tell you more. That's the overall thing. You'll hear more about it probably on the next episode of Jog, because Chris he saw the shit, like not the actual thing going down, but he saw the dude like still alive, like before he, like, I think, I don't know, I haven't asked.
I'm making all assumptions right now, ladies and gentlemen. I have no facts.
It's wild. It's pretty fucking wild. So that's why I go to bed at roughly 8 o'clock in the morning. And that's why, like, when you hit me up and was like, it was past 9, it was 10:30 or whatever. It's like, hey, I just got done watching the movie. I was like, I'm going to bed like right now, dude. I'm done for the night. I was like, very limited window to catch me.
I'll tell you what, that fucking going to bed at like 5:30, or like when you were like at Waffle House at 5:30 in the morning, like, if I'm not asleep by then, like, catch me on a fucking park bench like a bum. Like, dude, there's no way I make it that late anymore.
I was drinking coffee, and, well, being next to a dead body, kind of like wakes you up a little bit.
Nope, I'm hoping to sleep like I'm a dead body. Like, fuck that. I'm not staying up, dude. I really am not. I don't even know if I did that in college, really, where I stayed up super late.
I think the funnest part of the whole night was being at that couple's house and watching Chris play his favorite game, which is try to get woke white people to admit that they say the N-word every once in a while. And it's really fun because they always start off the same, no, I've never said it in my entire life. She actually said that. She said, no. He's like, your whole life you never said it. She's like, no. And I was like, singing along to rap. And I was like, before, it's like nothing. And then she admitted, she's like, well, yeah, like, I mean,
Well, duh.
And we're just like, yeah. And then we got like her boyfriend like actually said it that night. We're like, yeah. And she like starts like hitting, like, you can't do that. You will not say that racist shit in my house. And then Chris, the black man, is sitting there like, I mean, come on. I think you're overreacting to that. It's so funny.
Yeah, Chris really loves making people feel uncomfortable.
Oh my god, he loves it so
with the N-word.
Yeah, with anything, honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, he got interviewed by a news reporter showed up, and he actually did an interview with him, and we were like trying to get him to go like full fucking hood and be like, yeah, dude, I was just minding my business, right? And old dude came up and was like, pop, 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 pop.
Dude, for sure, like, because he could be the next like internet sensation, like the Catch Me Outside guy.
No, the leprechaun. The guy that's like, everybody see the leprechaun, say yeah. And then he turns back around like this. I love that guy. I told him to go up there and be like, everybody seen the shooting, say yeah.
Dude, that would have been awesome.
It bothered, by the way, I keep looking at myself on the camera. It bothers me how much I fucking look like that guy. It looks like the fucking...
You are definitely wearing
the fake nose and mustache. I'm about the rhythm and the style that you're used to.
Dude, you should like... Yeah, you gotta take away the rest of you gotta take away the rest of your beard now.
I'm fucking white. I'm Humpty in whiteface, man. I'm Humpty in whiteface. I'm not gonna call him by the artist name anymore. I'm just gonna call him Humpty.
He's Humpty.
I'm Humpty. I'm whiteface Humpty. Damn it.
I do want to talk about something that probably still will get you a little upset, and it's your trip that you took with your lovely girl.
Yeah.
There's so much shit happened. So much shit happened to you.
It was fucking insane, man.
I do want to start it, like, even if you want to go into it even just a little bit, I do want to start it by saying, when you find something that isn't even on Groupon from Facebook, you probably shouldn't book it.
I don't know what the fuck she booked that.
She goes, I found an ad on Facebook. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, you don't.
Sweetheart.
I didn't. Did she really say that?
I think I saw that somewhere. And I'm like, sweetheart, listen.
I didn't even know
we're in America with travel agents that work for free. You should have went through a travel agent. So in a sense, letting your European girlfriend plan the trip.
She's like, I do this all the time. I'm like, all right, book it. I don't fucking... One less thing I got to worry about. Sounds
right.
Great.
Honestly, I would have put faith in her too, but that was awful. It's like you get what you pay for. You get the company you use, you know?
Dude, I mean, it was an absolute nightmare. Coming back was the worst. Getting there was like a little tricky. Our bags never arrived. Her bag never left the Columbus airport, apparently. Like, I'm telling you.
Oh, like, so they found it?
So she had to, I'll tell you this. So she had to buy new luggage, new clothes for the entire vacation because it never showed up. Mine showed up like 2 days after we got there, and hers never showed up. We go through the whole vacation. We finally get back after a nightmare of traveling back, which I'll get into. And then as we're waiting for the bag to come out, I turn and I see in the baggage office her bag still there. It never left the Columbus airport. It never left there. So it was just sitting right there, nice and neat. Like, I went, hey, here's your bag. She's like, fuck. So
did you guys even have any humor left at that? You know, that time?
Once we were back in Columbus, like our assholes kind of loosened up a little bit. Once we had all of our bags back, we kind of unclenched our buttholes a little bit, but nah, we were pretty fucking broken.
How many days did you guys need for recouping just after this bullshit?
I mean, dude, it was like we almost like fucking went at it when we got back, because she gets back and she starts like cleaning everything and like wants me to like help her. And I was like, we just got back from the biggest fucking nightmare. 2 days of traveling, I haven't got any sleep. I'm not fucking doing laundry and scrubbing floors right now.
Yeah,
If you need that to make yourself feel sane, that's fine. I'm not doing a single fucking thing today.
Yeah, traveling takes it out of me. I'm surprised she had that fucking energy.
No, she's like, well, she's a psychopath, to be completely honest with you. She's an absolute psychopath, and she needs things like, if she's having trouble, she needs to fucking fix up everything. So that's what she was doing. Yeah. But the travel back, the vacation itself was fun. I think one of the most interesting things was the fact that it's catered to Russian people. So everybody there speaks Russian. We're in Turkey, and it's just like, you should speak Turkish or English. Like, why are you learning Russian? Yeah. So that was strange. I learned that Russians love to dance, and they're horrible at it. And then like fucking 14-year-olds and fucking 60-year-olds all listen to the same fucking club music, and they all fucking love it, and they dance like this, and it's hilarious. It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh. And one of the more entertaining things that happened was going whitewater rafting, and we went with small children. And at one point, I asked, because like I was the only person, me and the guide were the only people that like spoke English, aside from my girlfriend and her dad. Aside from my girlfriend and her dad, and I was like, are we gonna let like the two little kids go on this trip? And he's like, yes. I'm like, is it safe? And he goes, no. I was like, all right. Yeah, they just let a tiny little child, and then they kept the water. So the temperature outside is fucking like, you're just I'm constantly sweating. It's nonstop. The sweat never stops rolling down my body. Yeah. The water was so cold, like it took my breath away. Like I just jumped in the water at one point, and it was like, oh Jesus! Like it's freezing. It's wild, the temperature difference. And they started like splashing each other. All the boats going past each other, splashing it, and they kept splashing the little girl. And the dad snapped and tried to hit a guy with his oar because they splashed his daughter. I mean, he like went at him like it was like an inch away from his face, like screaming at him a bunch of Russian cuss words. And I asked my girlfriend what he said, and she's like, "I'm not repeating that." That's like, damn.
Yeah, but that's a little bit. That's bullshit. Honestly,
and they were like, "Hey, fucking chill, dude." Yeah, it was like, "We got a daughter in here. I got a little girl." It's like, Jesus Christ.
You don't know what he said because your girlfriend did a cop out. I think she's just
she fucking pussed out.
She's forgetting her native language, and she was embarrassed to say it.
No, really? Is that what it is?
That's what it was.
She's like, I don't know. She's like, I dare not repeat it. She's
it's just stupid, really. I don't even want to know what he's saying.
Yeah. And the traveling back was the by far the worst part of it. We show up to the airport at 2:00 in the morning for a 6 a.m. flight. We get in line. It's a very long line. The lines for all these flights, like they're all international flights, so like they're all fucking huge lines. Right. We go up there, we check in, and they say, we don't have you in the system. And we're like, here's our booking, here's our confirmation number. We all have to do it through this fucking travel agency, this travel, like whatever this fucking is. And we're like, this is our confirmation number. This is our confirmation number specifically for this flight. Like, you can see it. And they're like, yes, I see your names in the system, but it doesn't say you have tickets. So I was like, why are our names in the system if we don't have tickets? Why are they even the fucking what does that mean? So they said, you got to go over to the ticket window. So like, this takes so long, we missed the first flight. And everything is connecting flights. So this sets off a domino effect. So we sit there forever trying to get the problem fixed. We miss our first flight. She has to spend, I mean, an ungodly amount of money on international calling just to be able to get them on the phone to rebook the shit for us. Yeah. Because like otherwise we have to buy new tickets all the way back home right now if we don't get them to rebook it. So it's like, even though it's crazy expensive to call, it's still cheaper than the fucking $1,000 to fucking $5,000 it would take to rebook two people all the way back to America. Because you know what we're not allowed to do? As Americans, you're not allowed to just buy a flight out of Turkey. You have to have tickets all the way back home. They were not letting us leave the country if we didn't have tickets all the way back to America.
Is that like a normal fucking thing?
I've never heard of this horse shit before. I've never heard of it.
Who told you this?
The motherfuckers wouldn't let us leave. They wouldn't let us get tickets. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. So
this doesn't. I've never heard of anything like this before. This is interesting. But you said that this is like an airline for this company.
So, yeah. Now we're dealing with the airline, the airport, and our travel booking agency or whatever it is. And so like we're dealing with all this horse shit. We finally get our shit rebooked for a different flight. Now we got 3 brand new flights. We go to check in for this flight and they tell us the same thing. We see your names, but we don't see that you have tickets. And we're like, listen, we just went through this. This is the rebooked flight. I was like, you guys, like, you can't do this to us again. I was just like, you're not letting us leave. So I was like, we're getting.
You were here and you're like,
it is now getting close to 10 a.m. I didn't go to bed because we had to get on a fucking car at goddamn midnight to fucking get to the airport
in 2 hours.
Yeah. So
and then you were there at 2 a.m. for 6 a.m.
It's now approaching 10 a.m. and I've been told for the second time that we are not on the flight that we are.
See your name, but you don't have tickets.
We go over and we're like, we start explaining this to us and he tells us the same thing. And my girlfriend fucking snaps.
There it is. She threw the McDonald's away, didn't she?
She starts crying and she goes, how the fuck do you get out of this stupid country? And I was like, oh shit. And I just grabbed her and I was like, okay. And I was like, listen, we don't understand what's happening. We keep getting our flights booked. Somebody has to be able to fix this issue. It's clearly a computer issue. I was like, somebody has to be able to figure this out. Who can figure this out? And he said, let's take you over to fucking Turkish Airlines. And we were trying to fly out on a different airlines who they kept ended up booking because it's probably the cheapest airline. With the cheapest airline is the worst airline. So Turkish Airlines is like seeing the same thing. Because this is now like our second round of flights getting us out of here was booked on Turkish Airlines. So they're seeing the same thing. He's calling a supervisor. They're seeing it. And he's just like, I don't know what's going on, but we're just going to get you on the flight. Like, she's like, Tanya cried our way out of Turkey is what happened. My girlfriend cried our way out of Turkey. There was no reason to let us get on the plane because of whatever system error they had. And she just cried enough that they were just like, I don't want to deal with this white lady crying. It's like, you just get her out of here. Just get her out of here. And so they said, go to this specific window and they will book your shit. We go there and they said, get on the fucking plane right now. It's like leaving right now. So we like sprint through security. Like we skip the gigantic line for fucking passports getting stamped, and we go straight to the front. They stamp it. We got to sprint downstairs and fucking go up to the thing. We get on the bus that's gonna take us out to our plane like right before the doors close. You've ever been like some international flights, like rather than walking out through the terminal, you go down and they drive your ass out there.
Yeah, no, I haven't traveled enough.
Okay, so yeah, that's step number one. We fly to where'd we go to? Munich. We fly to Munich, Germany. That was fine. We get out of Munich, we land. We're circling Chicago, and we can't land because of a lightning storm. We go over to fucking Washington, D.C., refuel, come back. Obviously, we missed our connecting flight because of that. So they tell us, like, hey, all the freaking close by hotels are booked, but here's like, we're giving you a voucher for the hotel, and just email us the cost of your taxi and we'll take care of it. We get to the hotel. They do not accept the voucher. It was like a 25-minute Uber ride. I just spent $35. I just spent $30-some on an Uber. They don't accept the voucher. And I made the argument that you know, we're only going to get like 3 hours of sleep by the time we get there, sleep, and have to be on the next flight. I said, let's just stay in the airport. She said, I'm exhausted. I need some form of sleep, and I can't do it here in the terminal. I said, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I wanted to stay in the airport. She didn't. We get there. They don't accept the voucher. And she says, let's just go back to the airport. After I spent the money, and I said,
did you hit her?
I looked at her and I was like, you want to go back after I spent the... Ooh. And I was like, I'm not even going to discuss this with you. I just grabbed my wallet and paid for the room. And I was like, I'm not going to discuss this with you. And I was like,
no.
And I was like, the next day, I talked to her a little bit, and I was like, the fact that you had the fucking balls after you made us come here to me paying for the fucking Uber, made us come here, and then you want to fucking turn around and go back. The fact that you had the balls to even say that out loud is crazy.
Bitch, you're cried out, okay? That ain't gonna work twice.
And I was like, I can't. It's the most rage I've ever felt towards her in that moment. Even after, even other than throwing out the McDonald's.
The McDonald's
throwing out the McDonald's. That was more annoyance. That was, I'm at pure exhaustion from all of this travel, and she made me go there against my wishes, made me spend that money, and then was gonna go back to agree with me. And I was like, and who's paying for the Uber back?
Yeah, she's tapped out, man.
And I was like, I will burn this motherfucker to the goddamn ground. I was like, I'll burn everything to the fucking ground.
This whole hotel, you don't save the voucher, you just light it on fire.
Oh man, I mean, just rage, just absolute unbridled rage in that moment where I just stared at her, and I you know, it's funny to me now where I just said, I'm not going to discuss this with you, and just got my wallet and fucking booked the room. I was like, you're not
making
you fucking
right decisions.
Oh, and we borrowed very expensive luggage from her friend. They broke it. They broke the handle off, and now we're still fighting to try and get that money back.
Have you gotten any of the money back? What about for the taxi?
No, we haven't got the money back for the taxi. We haven't got the money back for the hotel. No, not a fucking dime.
Kids, stop clicking on Facebook ads.
You know what we were having happen to us?
Getting fucked in your ass like a hooker?
That's what they did. It was so
wrong.
Oh,
dude,
wrong.
I want you to find a way to get that getting fucked in the ass like a hooker. I want you to find a way to get that into every episode.
I'm done.
Dude, because that is one of the best drops we've ever had, dude. But
I'm definitely going to be pulling some drops out of the last jog.
Yeah.
That was yeah.
Can you check with your girl and see if it was a Facebook ad?
I will.
No, like, can you do it? Text her or like call her.
I'm not having her voice on the fucking podcast. I'll text her right now though.
Yeah, I have to know if that was because I feel like I read somewhere that she like used she saw it on Facebook or something like that. I stalk your girlfriend, just so you know. That's what I do.
Do it, man. I don't give a shit.
Otherwise, I would have no idea that you have put on a little bit of weight.
Yeah, dude. How do you know that?
Because you were fitting into your shirt real well.
When?
During on your vacation, she posted a picture, and that's when I was like, glad to see Yale's finally fit into his clothes.
Yeah, I bought some new clothes out there too.
Because wait, when did you get your luggage? I don't remember.
Yeah, my luggage showed up 2 days after we got there, and it showed up. Here's the reason. She filed a claim for her lost luggage, and they put her name on mine. So that's my luggage showed up only because her name was on it. So we checked them in together, and they were just like they put my name on hers and her name's on mine. So. Yeah, if they would have swapped them, then mine would have been the one sitting in the Columbus airport for fucking 2 weeks.
Maybe it's because you guys uploaded. Have you ever you guys uploaded so many pictures?
She Don't say you guys.
I
He
understand.
uploaded so many pictures.
I understand that, but I was like, they've been there for a month. There's no way they've taken this amount of pictures.
No,
in that short of time.
It's the first result on Google. She searched it, and that was the first result on Google. It wasn't Facebook. So you're a liar. And with my new glasses, I can say that this is misinformation.
Well, I don't know where I got that, but this whole time I'm like, she used a Facebook fucking ad, and it made me so happy thinking about
dude, I can't it took me like weeks. Like, here's the thing, like for my new job, I'm not going to Germany anymore because I don't have enough time to get both rounds of the vaccine and wait for that, and so I'd have to quarantine the entire vacation. So originally, like, my job was sending us to a big gaming conference in Germany, which is going to be awesome. I was excited about until I went to Turkey and had that nightmare. And then now I'm pretty okay with not fucking going. I'm like, oh, I don't have to deal with the headache of international travel. Oh no.
Maybe the company that's sending you though might be a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, but I don't know, man. I'm glad to not have to deal with it, honestly.
God, I think when you announced that you had a job, didn't we insult you for going back to the corporate life?
Going back to the corporate life?
Yeah.
A contracting job where I'm hired to write a card game. It's like, oh, look at this fucking corporate sellout.
Probably wear a tie to work, don't you, fag?
What a fag.
Fuck yeah, man.
Anything said on this podcast does not reflect the views of the company that I work for.
Oh, that's for sure. That being said, with anyone I am a part of.
No. So yeah, don't go anywhere ever or try to experience new things is the moral of the story. Ever. Don't ever try to do it because it sucks.
I'm not a fan of traveling, man. Like, I go somewhere and then like 3 days later, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to be home. This is
You're just a grumpy old man.
I am, but it's like everywhere you go when you're traveling is like temporary comfort. Freaking home, it's like 100% comfort.
Freaking Caleb is having his fucking bachelor party, and one of the things was going paintballing. He's like, should we invite Derek? And I was like, do you know who he is? I was like, you think he wants to try and run around and shoot and get shot at? I was like, there's zero chance.
I'm destroyed. I can't even imagine the level of me just getting pissed off.
Because I'm gonna light you up even if you're on my team. Like, right. I'm gonna fuck your shit up.
And then I would be going rogue, where I'm doing this, and then I see someone and I just fucking let them have it because I'm pissed. My trigger finger probably isn't even good enough to get going. Dude, fuck paintballing.
No, you use theirs. You don't. There's not enough. It's not sensitive enough to fucking do
that bullshit.
Do the rocket.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, fuck that. He's getting married, I believe, on
Halloween.
Is it Halloween or is it the eve?
I don't know. It's the 30th. It's the fucking
Halloween's on the 31st.
Saturday. It's where it's the day everybody would normally celebrate as Halloween. And then he has the audacity to be like, hey, the reception party is a costume party. So it's like, fuck you. Fuck you.
Because I'm invited. It's a costume party, the reception.
It's a fucking costume party. He just made that announcement recently. I'm like, fuck you. And here's a tip for everyone. If you want to have a destination wedding, that's cool. Don't expect people to come. Don't invite people who aren't immediate family. If you do a destination wedding and you're not paying for the majority of the tickets, you're a piece of shit. If you expect them to come.
Right.
If you expect them to come when you made it, you're a piece of shit. If you're doing it on a fucking good drinking holiday, you're a piece of shit. Oh, why? Because Emma loves Halloween. Fuck you, Emma. Fuck you. All right? Everybody loves Halloween. It's an excuse to get drunk and see women dressed like sluts and have a fun time with your friends. We were all going to do that. Now we get 1 day removed of getting hammered and dressing up in a costume. If I'm doing your fucking wedding, if I got to participate as a person involved in the actual structure of the wedding.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna fucking do a costume change when we get to the fucking reception? You absolute ass. Guess who I'm gonna be? My costume is gonna be a pissed off fake officiant at your fucking wedding. That's what I'm gonna be.
Dude, it's gonna be.
I now pronounce you future divorcees, you fucking dick.
Oh my god, I can't believe. Like, I did not get that news. That news has not reached me
posted
yet.
in the Facebook group event. Oh yeah, get
part of that.
Another thing about that. I mean, I'm sure you got invited via Facebook. If not, I guess they don't care about you. Anyway,
no, but I got a
invitation in the mail.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to know? So Caleb has been talking to me about how much he needs to give me his invitation because it's a joke. It's like a really cool thing that he did and how funny it is.
Yeah.
How he really, really wants to see me open it. Is like, and he keeps forgetting to bring it to me. He finally brings it to me. On the front says, "To Mr. and Mrs. Reams," and then he wrote with an arrow and sandwiched in the word "future."
That was his joke.
That's the whole thing.
He was so.
And then he's staring at me when I'm reading it. And he's like,
You see what I did there?
And I went, okay. So then I opened it up, like looking for the joke, and I'm like, all right, what's the thing? I was like, oh, cool invitation. I was like, he's like, yeah, it was funny, right? The future, how he sandwiched that in there. I was like,
Hey, give him props. You know what? He's learning. He's learning, and you know why?
He's not learning. It was way too much hype of a fucking build-up for a nothing joke.
So I forgot that
nothing.
Yeah, I forgot that he kept telling you that he was bringing it because I was like, the setup was quick. The joke was quick.
I think almost 2 months.
So
almost 2 months.
Always the setup of the story. He always sets the joke up for so long for no payoff.
So long joke short. Anyway, I said future, but it was like, but I sandwiched it in like it was written last minute.
You couldn't,
because like your guys aren't married yet.
Because I didn't think about that and then execute it.
It looked like I was like, oh, that's right, they're not married. I sandwiched that. You get it? And I was like, if I had a drink, I would have thrown it in his face. If I was holding a drink, I don't care. Like if right here, I would have just. That's what I think. That's what I think of you.
Did you have drink in that, or was that empty? Oh, dude, it actually looked like he did it. That was pretty.
Sleight of hand, my man.
I mean, you're a magician.
Mind freak.
I absolutely watched Mind Freak.
I am the mind freak. There's no reality.
That was so bad.
Yeah, I really hate Chris Angel. Bad. I hate him so much. David Blaine, like he has the personality of a fucking piece of wood, but for some reason I like him way better. Like no personality is better than Chris Angel's personality. That fucking crimped hair, the fucking emo generation. Ugh.
Dude, he wore like the Ed Hardy. Isn't that brand Ed Hardy jeans?
Wear like leather vests, and he fucking had
like he got
highlights
on the buckle,
and like he cut his bangs so they would come like in his face, and it was fuck.
Well, yeah, because that's the mysterious like what's going on, you know.
Yeah, like there's some things that like here's the thing. If he was embarrassed about it and made fun of himself, he would make him very endearing. But he thinks he's that guy and like that he's like super cool for what he did. And
I think he's still doing magic. I looked it up the other day.
I wore a flat bill hat and pierced my ears freshman year of college. I admit that it was one of the douchiest things I've ever done in my life, and I would not do it again. That's what makes you humble and like identifiable, you know, like people can identify with you.
Right.
There's no way that guy will admit that was a stupid look. He was just like, I'm sorry that I don't fit into your norms, everybody. Like, you guys want to try and tell people what they can and can't do. There is no reality. I am the mind freak.
He is the mind freak. He really is. And then those fucking creepy people that he always had with him. The one that's like the little baby and shit like that. It was so fucking weird.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed him for a time.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Did you see
that
the Matrix 4 is coming out?
Yeah. I believe it's a straight up Netflix.
No.
No. It's okay. So it's actually.
No.
I thought it was like a different kind of medium, but
no, it's coming out in theaters. It might go. I think it's getting released in theaters and HBO Max or HBO Go.
It's.
I think it's getting released on both. Man, I don't.
I think the third one I didn't really appreciate. So.
Yeah, here's the thing. They fucking dropped the ball.
Yeah.
And it's literally only happening because Keanu Reeves is super popular again because of John Wick. That's the only reason that this was greenlit.
Yeah, he's still riding. Yeah, he's still riding John Wick, which once again, the third one they were all pretty good, but the third
they're all good. They're all solid movies. Because they are what they are. They don't he's not delivering a powerhouse performance where they have to rely on dramatic acting. He's working his ass off to learn stunts. And he's a badass dude. And what they did smart with John Wick was they identified what he was good at. And what he was good at is some of the jujitsu moves and hitting the gun. So they're not making him do fucking crazy kicks and shit. He's a fucking 50-something-year-old man. He can't do that shit. But he was able to drill the technique of some jujitsu moves. So they make him use that. And it looks fucking cool, and it's cool to see Keanu doing it. And he's just a nice dude, so everybody fucking loves him. So
yeah, he is continuously is popular, and I'm like, he can't act, but everyone loves him, so it just works out.
Yeah, here's the thing. He was absolutely fantastic as Shane Falco. I think that's my favorite role that he's done. I think he fucking nailed it. I loved it. I haven't seen it in a while, but there's this movie where he played a serial killer, and I believe it's called. I have
not seen this.
I believe it's called The Collector, and I want to rewatch that because I can't remember how good his acting was and I want to see how he was as a serial killer. But
that would be because I don't think I've ever seen him as a villain.
The closest is he plays kind of a douche he plays himself in Always Be My Maybe. It's a fucking show on Netflix. Anyway, he plays like a douchey version of himself. Yeah. So he's kind of a villain in there. But anyway, I don't there's no way that it could live up to
the first one.
The first one.
The first one. That's always always going to be the best because that's the one that started following you.
Yeah, the second one was very there was some very cool sequences in it.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it was just kind of kind of a miss here. And then the final one was just what the fuck. So I don't know. It's very strange. Anyway, I don't think it's going to be good. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to spend money on a ticket for it.
That's exactly what you do.
But they're gonna. That's it. They're not going to deliver. Also,
the payoff is just going. Yeah, I was right. It's not. It wasn't good. I was right.
No,
that's
dude.
Your payoff for watching it.
I'm trying to think of any movie where I went in thinking this is going to suck, and I was surprised.
I think the movie that I watched yesterday.
What was it?
It was that Dear Evan something.
What?
It's called Dear Evan Hansen. Because I thought it was going to be awful. But what it is a guy with severe anxiety. He has to write a note to himself as a therapy, and some kid steals it. Well, the kid that stole it ends up committing suicide. And so they thought that that was his
I thought he wrote to him as his last thing. Oh.
And then obviously they weren't friends, and he lied because he liked the attention he was getting.
Oh, is that I think I know what you're talking about. Was the guy's name Connor?
Yeah, that died. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer for that. Okay, yeah, that did look shitty. That looked like an awful movie. So
it was surprisingly very good. But anything that gets into the little bit of a mental health awareness or anything.
Yeah, you're typically like,
yeah, I she likes it. You know what I mean?
It's most likely going to come across preachy most of the time. Like it's anytime you're dealing with like especially nowadays, like tackling certain issues, it's going to come across preachy. And it's
actually, you know what it came across as? It came across as, because it was a musical, but it came across as
fuck you.
It came across as,
I'm glad you said that, because you almost could have convinced me to fucking watch it.
No, I definitely wanted to make sure that you know that.
Ugh.
But
do you realize, like, I would have like planned some type of petty vengeance if I would have launched into it and then they started singing. I'd have been like, I'm doing something to like fuck him over. I would have planned something, like some kind of prank that would have like really ruined your fucking day.
Yeah.
I
know that you're not a fan of musicals, so I was like, I have to let him know it's a musical. But and then the comparison actually kind of goes with it too, because it's a musical. It reminded me of Rent. Like in Rent, everyone's like, I have AIDS, and I have AIDS, and I have AIDS, and I have AIDS, and you're like,
everybody has AIDS. AIDS.
That's literally one of their songs, is like, everyone has AIDS. Mm-hmm. So this one kind of came off. I know you said a little preacher. You're like, it came off as, oh, everyone's got some type of, mental disability or whatever you want to call them. So, yeah. But I was just like, that was my thought during it. I was like, is this fucking just
last night for the first time, I actually watched 30 Days of Night for the first time.
I've not seen it.
Fantastic. Highly recommend it. Do you know what it is?
No.
So, very small. Josh Hartnett, by the way. Mm-hmm. Ben Foster.
Nice.
So you got a heartthrob solid actor and then a very good fucking actor. Mm-hmm. Very small. It's the northernmost town in the world, I guess. That's in Alaska. And they have a period of like 30 days straight where there's no sunlight because of how far they are from the equator.
Okay.
So like during the solstice, like, there's 30 straight days, like always nighttime. A ship of vampires comes in. They send their little familiar, who is Ben Foster, to go take care of some shit and set it up. That way they can just go and wreak havoc on the town. And as long as they kill everybody in the town and they cut off ways of them being able to reach out, they get to fucking feast for fucking 30 days and live it up. And then nobody even knows what the fuck happened to any of them. So like, and I think at one point, one of them says like, oh my God, why didn't we do this centuries ago? This is fucking fantastic. And so it's like a survival movie at that point, because now they're trying to, like, they know how long they have left before the sun comes back. So they're having to figure out like how to avoid them catching them, where they can stay, how they can keep the heat on without them knowing that they're in there, how they stay warm without running a generator, because obviously they'll fucking take out any generator that they see. And the vampires trying to lure them out, and who goes left, and the tough decision. It's very you think just like, it's not a jump scare movie. It's more about like the breakdown and like them trying to figure out how to survive in this like new terrifying enemy. And it's like,
is it like a thriller?
Okay, like, are they actually vampire? Does that shit work to kill them? Like, how do you even fucking hurt them? Is this fucking like mythical shit? So it's very well done. Josh Hartnett does well. Ben Foster does well. Supporting cast does really well.
A given, but yeah. I want to watch it because I knew it as soon as you said it. I know it, and that's because people talk about how good it is. So
yeah,
I definitely need to hit that up.
And there's like one thing that I was like, you see like a character emerge, and you're like, I know exactly what they're gonna do with this character. I know exactly what they're gonna do with it. And then they took a twist, like a very dark twist, and you're like, holy shit, man. Jesus Christ.
Those are some of the best ones.
Yeah.
because there's always the same characters in every fucking film, so it's always
And you know
refreshing
what?
when
You
they,
know
like,
what I
take
really
turns.
appreciated that they did. So like they're waiting it out. They made the beard grow in shitty and patchy and like slowly fill in. It was just like an attention to detail that like they had to keep an eye on of like, okay, it's been this many days. Now it's been this many days. And it was like an accurate way of like to depict the time. And it's something small, but a lot of movies fucking ignore it. A lot of movies will be like, oh, it's been 2 weeks now. He's got a full beard. It's like, no, it's coming in thinner. So like they almost had to shoot it like in sequence. Like a lot of movies they'll shoot out of order just because it makes sense for the budget of like switching locations. Like they had to, pretty much for the most part, they had to shoot it in sequence because he had to grow the facial hair. And it's something so minor, but like when it's done right, it's a detail that I appreciate.
That's extremely impressive.
So highly recommend that movie. Also, another unexpected sequel. Did you see Extraction?
No.
Okay, it was Chris Hemsworth movie on Netflix.
Nope.
He's a Australian mercenary that is hired. It's a great movie. Great. If you're just looking for an action movie, fantastic.
Good.
He does great in it. He's badass. And now I'm not going to speak any further.
Okay.
Let's just say unexpected sequel. Very unexpected sequel. You're like, huh?
So when because it's like not explicit, so when I figure it out is what you're saying?
No, like you get to the end of the movie and you're like, how do they do another one? I don't get it. And then the trailer was basically like the last scene of the movie, and then they added something at the end. That's the trailer for the upcoming Extraction 2. And you're just like, all right.
I'll fucking watch that too.
Matrix 4. The Matrix fucking, what is it? Rebirth or the Matrix
Rebirth, I think is
Revive. No, it's whatever it is, like bringing somebody back. Matrix fucking Revivals or something like that. The Matrix beating a dead horse, I think is what it's called. The Matrix 4 beating a dead horse. The Matrix 4 milking a franchise based on the popularity of an
one guy.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like, all it's coming up right now. Oh, Resurrections.
Thank you. God damn it. I couldn't think of it.
I was looking at it, but I was like, The Matrix 4, and that's all it was giving me was The Matrix 4. I had to put title in for it to actually fucking tell me.
Fucking man. Our podcast is boring. This episode is boring.
This episode was boring. But I am very high.
That's true.
Are my eyes red?
Hold on. I was pulling something up. Let me get back to the Zoom. Yeah, they look a little they don't look red, but they look glassy.
Yeah,
they look a little shiny.
I remember at one point you were just like, you were talking and I'm like,
oh shit,
my eyes are red.
I was like, I can't even focus to what this bitch is saying.
It was difficult to focus. Yeah, it was a little bit stronger than I was thinking. So.
Oh shit!
What?
Oklahoma City dad beats the brakes off church pastor for inappropriately touching his 9-year-old son. That fucking rules. Hell yeah, bro.
Assault's assault, man. And that,
yeah.
People are people.
All right, so what the fuck has been going on with you then? That was my fucking, nightmare story. What the fuck have you been doing?
Dude, fucking nothing. I go to dude.
I swear, you're fucking coaching, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, games have happened, but it's like...
Yeah, fucking games, man. It's all like... You're fucking deep into this edible. You're like, what does it all even mean, man? What is football?
No, what I'm saying is it's just like...
You think
I go to work, I go to practice.
Is all just a game, man.
And it's just representative of a bigger... No, not at all.
How many milligrams? No. How many milligrams did you munch?
I believe 10.
Yeah, because that shit didn't even really hit you. I watched you munch 10, and I was like, 10 fucked me up pretty hard. And you're just like, Yeah, I don't know. You're
this was
drinking
like-
on 10, and I'm like, dude, if I'm gonna drink, I need 5 or less. I can't handle that shit.
No, I feel good. It's like almost like a
Yeah, you're fucking weed
drunk. Yeah, it's almost like drunk with possibility of throwing up.
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't know. I threw up off a fucking edible, so I won't say that.
Not me, bro.
Not me, bro. I'm so fucking strong. I'm so fucking weed
I'm
strong.
going to shit it out though, for real.
Okay, fucking Seth Rogen. Jesus Christ.
What?
You see, he threw James Franco under the bus now. Like he defended him. Did James?
Said he won't
I wonder
do
if
it
James
again.
Franco actually did shit wrong. I don't know. You never know anymore. But I hope he didn't. I hope.
I feel like because it happened. Like Seth Rogen said something about it.
Yeah, like when it originally came out, like he was like making jokes about it, and now he's gotten to the point where he's like, "I'm sorry that I made jokes about it when it first happened." You know,
And then he said he will never use them.
Yeah,
he will never work with them again or whatever. So maybe he learned more. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know, man.
If new knowledge came to him. I thought that was fucking weird.
Who fucking knows, man?
But hey, man, have we done
Shout out
enough?
to Tony Hinchcliffe for not getting canceled. He fucking fought that shit like a champ. He took like 2 weeks off and was like, "Nah, fuck that, I'm back."
Who gives a shit?
Did you hear about all that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told me on.
That guy fucking
I don't
rules.
remember which pick.
Goddamn right.
But
Hinchcliffe was the fucking man.
well, I did check that out because as soon as you said it, I went and watched the last at that time the newest Kill Tony. I was like, holy fuck, he is not there, and it was just weird.
Yeah, he switched locations, and then the newest regular was a Asian man named Hans Kim, and that's the newest regular on Kill Tony, and he brings him up. He does a new minute. He's a pretty funny comic, and then he has he just every week he asks women in the crowd if they want to come up and kiss Hans Kim, and every week so now he's just making this young comic's dreams come true. He's getting booked on shows, and making out with chicks, and apparently he fucks some girl at the venue, and he's just like, I fucking love it here, my life is so great. And then he is booked on a show. He said yes to a show with Pang Dang, the guy that tried to cancel Tony Hinchcliffe, and fucking Tony sends him a message and says, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you being on a show with this guy?"
Yeah.
And then he goes, "You should back out of that show." And so Hans Kim talks to the booker and says, "Hey, I can't be on the show. Tony says I'm not allowed." And I was like, why would that be the way that you tell him?
Because it was kind of bullshit.
What do you mean it's kind of bullshit?
Who gives a shit? Work is work, man. Maybe he didn't know when he signed up originally.
He was driving 3 hours for $20 to be on a show with fucking Pang Dang. I think he was like, I don't think I'm unreasonable here I was like, if it was a lot of money, maybe it would have felt different, but you're going to lose gas money on it to be on a show with my mortal enemy. How about a little fucking loyalty here, Hans?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. All right, man. Have we done enough tonight?
I don't know, man.
And then
I was hoping I was just gonna keep going until maybe we found a gem of funny.
Don't think so.
You don't think it's gonna happen? It's just why do people continue to watch us? We need more story. You know what? I'm gonna start cheating on my girlfriend. That way I have some more wild stories to bring to the table. That way we can be entertaining podcast again.
Yeah, it was better when you were sleeping around. Sorry.
It was. That's true.
You're gonna have to.
I had more wild stories. I'm a fucking boring douche now. I have boring douche glasses.
That's the thing is you are the one that
I think these glasses are gonna make me woke, dude.
I think so. You do look super
I find you very problematic all of a sudden. I don't know what happened.
It's the
It's just it's becoming woke is being bitten by a vampire. You're just slowly changing. I'm like, oh God, for some reason I feel a lot of pain around any type of race jokes. God, what is that?
Well, then your other
happening to me?
podcast is going to be real rough for you.
What's happening to me? You just try to you try to show me a fucking Dave Attell clip, and I'm like, oh god. And it's just like, you know, like they turn around and they have fangs. Like I've been sitting here hanging out cool the whole night, and then I'm just like, and then I suddenly turn around. I'm like, oh. They're like, oh no, the woke glasses.
Yeah,
I have a scarf around my neck for some reason.
You start having nightmares.
No, not you. Not you.
Louis C.K. jacking off.
Yeah. I'm just like,
oh my god, he asked me, and I said yes.
Hold on, did you just say the word colors? It was like I was talking about laundry. It's like canceled. Cancel.
I hope so.
Woke vampire gonna be a new sketch coming to the DoD. Oh, Chris and I are writing some sketches, and we're gonna start shooting some. So I don't know if you can. Really excited about it. The first one, I'll tell you about it after we get off.
Okay.
And I think it's gonna be a doozy. Thanks for tuning in. I know it was boring. We're gonna get back in the fucking flow of things. We're gonna have some fun shit to talk about. We're gonna have clips. We're gonna have fucking fun fucked up stories. We're gonna get the ball rolling, but we just needed to get one out because it's been too fucking long. So
yeah, and I wasn't at the peak performance level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Next time, you know what? You should just like increase by 5 milligrams each episode, and we can just all watch you try to fight through it.
Dude, let's do it. Let's see the devil, bitches.
I'm trying to see the devil, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. This has been Den of Debauchery. Thanks, everybody. Good night.